Yeah, so Talk That Mess Part 2, Episode 11. Yeah, so the whole thing is that, when that kind of fucked me over when I heard that, somebody sucking dick in the background or whatever. Guess what happened? Guess what exactly happened? I think either a day later or an hour later, I think a day later, somebody called me up on the phone. I don't know who that fucking is. And in the back of my mind or whatever, I kind of know who it was, but I haven't really picked up this person's phone in the last, I haven't picked up this person's phone yet, and whatever wherever that is, and I haven't picked it up, not at all. When that person, he's just steady calling. He's just steady calling. My actual people can sit there and tell you that this person was calling every fucking day, every single hour or whatever. After you leave a fucking voicemail after like that, then you go change your fucking number out. Then you want to deny it 2 or 3 months later. That's just fucking stupid. Why would you? I'm not gonna sit there and say I don't make people jealous. Then we make people. What you sit there and say? What's the old saying? Whatever. I forgot what it is or whatever. But you don't make people jealous, man, for real, because that shit will come back and haunt you. So guess what happened to? This is what happened to this one person. Well, for way before it began, she lost her kid or whatever. Way before that, she had caught something or whatever. Now she's struggling with her fake ass boyfriend. I really don't give a fuck about. And guess what? She's still calling. Now the caller stopped. The caller stopped calling. The person stopped calling every once in a blue moon. I gotta give two shits, man. If you trying to don't sit there. You don't try to put your ex-boyfriend down for nothing. Especially me, man. I'm the type of nigga be like, you know what? I'm gonna say everything in the world. I hope your fucking house burned down. I'm just sitting there saying because I'm probably drunk or whatever, or tipsy or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I hope this nigga hit you. I hope you have a bad time with this nigga. And guess what happened? Everything I sit there and said happened. It happened. I'm the type of dude that if I say something, that shit would possibly come true. If I don't have to do nothing. If you mess with a good person that actually treated you right, did good by you, or everything, and you put him down, or you do bad things to him. A good example. I'm gonna say a good bad thing, and feel like this. I get a sprained ankle. All because you pushed me down. That was a bad thing. Now, if I don't do nothing about it, let's say about 3 months later, she falls down, the dude pushed her down, she fell down the steps, and she got a broken ass leg on both legs. Like, I'm just sitting there saying, some shit like this would happen if you ever do something bad to a person, And nowadays, people just need to stop their bullshit, man. Don't try to make people jealous upon bullshit or whatever. Don't sit there showing videos of your ex-girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, or of your current boyfriend. Trying to get a good laugh, because after a while, or over time goes on, the person will start forgetting about you. You start getting used to your new man, your new girlfriend, and that old rekindle shit is gone. People change. I hate to sit there and say it, but people do change over time. I've changed over time. The same shit is not going to end up happening, back from 2 or 3 years ago. Relationships do change. After 6 months, 3 months, you start arguing with the person or whatever. That's how a relationship goes. After all that lovey-dovey shit, once you get used to opening the doors for your girlfriend, or doing things for your boyfriend, like cooking them food or whatever, that shit will go downhill after a while. And then you gotta find new ways to maintain that shit. And especially and I'm gonna put it like this: if you've been with a new person, and you currently dating this person right now, and there's no sense of going back to your ex, because you don't know how much that person would change, because you don't know what they instilled in that person. A good example upon installing something in a person is that person may be terrified of being hit, or getting yelled at, or they run around and stuff like that. That's what I'm sitting there talking about, That's installing a new person. A good example. I don't like getting slapped in the face. Literally. You know, literally, if it says all like getting slapped in the face or nothing like that, or whatever, I'll literally sit there and say, you know what? If you're gonna be that type of person that actually hit people and be abuser and stuff like that, then you might as well just, you know, go ahead and leave. And so they leave me to my own devices and let me find somebody better and new. Because that hitting stuff, that shit do not work. That shit do not work, you know? Because people end up calling the cops or whatever. You be abuser and stuff like that. If you got a family history of being abused, and well, what's the sense of you being with? What's the sense of being with any dude or any girl? You might as well just be alone forever until you learn how to change that shit. If you can't learn how to change yourself and stop hitting people or stop doing things to other people, then what's the sense you having a good man? You shouldn't be having a good ass Romeo that actually do things for you, that actually like to cook for you. You actually taking that dude for granted, and you sitting young, and he trying to do the best damn thing that he can. Trying to be a good man and everything. I know I do. I try to be the best damn good man as I can. I prove it through all my relationships, all, and all they do is fuck over me. Come on. A good example is that my first ex-girlfriend. My friend said to call me up, sitting there saying this girl walk around with some dude. And I remember one time I did things good for her family. I made fucking food for her as she was fucking broke. At the same time, her lights were turned off, so she actually asked my mom for help trying to get her lights turned back on. Cause my mom is extra knowledgeable upon getting things on and everything. Shoot, I'm lucky I'm not doing it for I'm not doing it for other people or everything. I'm just sitting there saying is that don't fuck over people as what they, what they do, cause it'll come over, it will come back to haunt you and everything. Every person that I've been, in relationships with, they always had something bad to happen. A good example, last year, when I went to a carnival or something like that, I saw one of my ex people. Guess what she told me? Oh, ever since that we broke up, my life has been really hell. I got a kid that I really love, but I haven't really changed. Like, really, you think I give a fuck? My own cousin sit there, she told me what happened. Relationship, when you break up with somebody, if you actually break up with somebody, and you sitting there, you don't give a fuck about the relationship that you in. To me, my codes and morals is that when you break up with somebody, you give that shit time to heal. Cause if you don't give that shit time to heal and everything, you're gonna end up messing up 10 times over. And upon me, when I actually break up with people and stuff like that, you want to get this shit time to heal. You don't want to end up jumping into a relationship, messing that up. Because it happened to me quite a few times or whatever. When I end up breaking up with somebody and getting back and getting that together, oh, CJ, guess what? This, that, the third. Or, I did this such and such. And, it's stupid. My own cousin sit there and told me that my first ex-girlfriend sit there and done this, that, and the third. I was like, she didn't really give a fuck about this relationship. I'm gonna give you a good example. She was a Puerto Rican chick, right? And she didn't really give a fuck about the relationship after we broke up. She went down to my cousin's house, which I don't even like no more. Fuck that bitch, all the way to fucking hell. Now that's another thing I'm gonna get into later on. And this is what happened. She was dancing off some other dude or whatever. She was looking to suck this other dude, I ain't gonna sit there and say his name, dick or whatever. Then these two dudes actually went back to her house and had a fucking party, and I heard other things happen and stuff like that. So this is what happened after an actual good man do stuff for you. Then after that, you see him 5 years later. Hold on, I want to make sure. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know. I would say about 7 or 8 years later, or whatever. If you actually break up with somebody, wait, what was that? I'm losing my check of mine. Well, when I was actually talking 5 years, after she told me, oh, CJ, this and third, this bad things happen and stuff like that. You have to be careful of who you done wrong to and what you do, because that shit, I told you, everybody, it will come back to haunt you 24/7, hard as fuck. And I'm talking about bull up the ass when he hit you. Bull up the ass when I talking about right up the ass when he hit you, and stuff like that, And that's just numerous things I actually heard, It's just people just doing stupid things nowadays because they don't got the right mindset. People just chill down it's hard enough as what it is nowadays. People need to calm down and just get their bearings straight, you know? Wolfpack all day. You know what it is.